Call to order. The special meeting of the Governing Board of Education is called to order by myself, Dr. Joseph Komorowski, at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, August 9, 2023, at the District Office, Conference Center, rooms A through C. Approval of the agenda. Are there any requests for changes to the agenda? I will take a motion in a second to approve the agenda as presented.
Yes. I would like to remove several items from the agenda.
Okay.
I would like to remove the closed session item, public employment superintendent, the adoption of regulations related to board meetings, and the agreement with Advocates for Freedom.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Could we discuss items for removal? I mean, I guess my main question is.
Sorry, Jose, we got feedback. Yeah.
In regards to what Mr. Schwartz referenced about the closed session item, why is that a closed session item if we are starting from the beginning? If we're talking with our consultant, beginning our process, that would be for open session, for transparency regarding our process. The only time it's in closed session is if we're hiring someone or discussing a certain employee. But it's my understanding from our previous discussions and meetings that we still have 1 through 12 in Ed Code to go through and make a plan before we proceed. So I'm curious why we're doing that in closed session. That should be open to the public.
Good question. So this was confirmed by Mr. Huff. This is done in closed session.
A discussion with a search firm?
Yes.
About?
Exactly that. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, we should seek additional legal opinion because I've never seen a school district do that in closed session.
Okay.
It's always an open session.
All right.
I think we were going to get ourselves in trouble by not being transparent and discussing the process. We're not discussing a person. We're discussing a process.
I have full faith and confidence in our general legal counsel, and this is to be done in closed session today.
Okay. Well, I'd like to be on the record that I object to that. I think it's not a transparent process, that it shouldn't be done, and we're violating our own board policy.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
No, I have not stated my reasons, so I will at this time. Considering the situation that we're in as a district, fact that we're under threat of lawsuit from the public counsel, the fact that we are under investigation by the State Department of Education, I think any search for a superintendent at this time would be inappropriate and totally ridiculous, and who would want to come here to run this district while we are in this chaos? We have a perfectly capable interim superintendent, Dr. Velez, who's well qualified to lead us through this troubled times. She's been here for a long time. She knows the district. And I think any search for a superintendent needs to be postponed until we solve the legal issues that we are facing.
Thank you, Mr. Schwartz. So Mr. Schwartz wanted to remove the entire agenda tonight, the closed session, the 2 action items in open session. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye. And this is all in favor to remove, to basically shut down the meeting. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against, say nay.
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 Motion not adopted 2-3. So now, do I have a motion, a second, to approve the agenda as is?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Gonzalez.
Second.
Seconded by Mrs. Wursma.
Can we have a moment for discussion now that that's,
We just had the discussion.
well, you made a motion, now I'd like to discuss it.
This is repetitive. We just
No.
discussed the agenda items.
It isn't repetitive because I discussed one agenda item, but under this motion, I'd like to have discussion.
Fine.
I'm also wondering why we have action item number 1 as several of those points are already covered in SP 1100 and the others are a violation of First Amendment rights. So I feel like
Point of order.
We're
We're talking about the material within that agenda item. If you would like
Which
to,
is the
if you
reason
would
I'd
like
like
to
to have it
discuss it,
removed.
if you would like to discuss it, I think the time to do so would be in action items, not when we're approving the agenda. So what we're talking about right now is why we would pull that from the agenda
That's why I would
specifically,
approve it.
without arguing,
That's why I would
without
remove it.
arguing any of the points of the content of it.
Just
So
stating
we'll
why I
have-
would like it
we'll have
removed.
time. We'll have time for you to address it.
How can I state why I want it removed without
Well,
saying why I want it removed?
We'll have time to address it in the action item, should it move forward.
Well, I'd
There's
just
a-
like to
there's a-
finish my statement
okay, well,
about why I'd like it removed.
I move that we end discussion and call the question.
Well, you're
Okay,
gonna have
I
your way
second
anyway, Danny,
that.
so
All
go
in
for
favor,
it.
say aye.
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 Motion adopted, 3-2. Now, do we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as, oh, we did. We had a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion adopted. Oh, sorry, excuse me. All against, say nay.
Nay.
One nay? All right. So motion adopted, 3-1, one abstained. So announcement of closed session items. C, in accordance with the Government Code Section 54957.7, the board will meet in closed session for consideration of the items listed in Section E, and pending board action will meet in closed session for consideration of the items listed in Section M. Public comments on closed items. Do we have any public comments? All right, no public comments. We're now going into closed session for item up.